Yeah, but it's the fact of the matter is
Fuck
you could have still
capitalism
had
that
it.
I have to give away the things I care about for rent.
Sometimes. Oh, that was a wonderful thing though. Dude, I think that's like my fourth or fifth time watching the direct today.
That's crazy.
Just I honestly I don't have a problem with it. I am that excited about it that I'm willing to just rewatch it because it just gets me even more hyped. Like if we want, we can even go back to certain things like that Mario Kart trailer.
This is the
Absolutely
marketing machine working.
like that absolutely floored me because I'm like, all right, like this is a Mario Kart I can finally get behind like fully
Um, I would.
after Double
I
Dash.
definitely would rather pay for the new Mario Kart game than the 17th DLC expansion pack that is only available via a subscription for Mario Kart 8 again.
You know what gets me is that I wonder if they call it Mario Kart World
Because they're like, oh,
because of
we need to do the Windows thing where we skip 8 was such a fucking catastrophe. We have to skip 9 straight to 10.
pretty much. No, but I was gonna say because of the Mario Kart Tour, which literally takes you all over the world of
Mm,
like real life locations of like cities and stuff like that.
it's
So I was
a
wondering, I
fair
was like,
guess.
I wonder if they had a good idea using the different worlds within the Mario world. Because obviously they're not based on real locations, but
Well, no,
I'm
but
like,
there
what?
are locations within the various Mario maps.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I wonder if they finally like decided, oh yeah, we can combine the lands that we've had and kind of make it one big cohesive race across
I
the
would leave
world.
it to Mario to have a more cohesive world map before Monster Hunter did.
That's asking for a lot from Capcom, man.
It really
That's asking for a
fucking
lot.
is.
I just hope
I've been doing
they make
research trying to like sort opinions about Wilds, and I'm like, wait a
yeah.
minute, is the Forbidden Continent the Thunder uh thing from the map from the second game?
It's the Hollow Earth.
Uh,
Yeah, see,
watch
because
that
like
be a fucking sequel.
yeah, I also want the same thing because I remember when Smash Brothers first came out, I would be on playing with these guys all the time. Mario Kart was the same thing. Um, Splatoon, I played a good amount of. I had never played Splatoon at all, but
I
my
have
friends,
not played online
I
Splatoon. I have
I
played
had friends
offline
that were
Splatoon.
all about Splatoon, so I was like, all right, I'll get Splatoon 3. I'll try it, and we played that for like a good solid month when it first released. Then
Mm.
everyone kind of dropped off, and then every time there was like an update, we would all come back to play the update. And dude,
I
Salmon
played
Run
Splatoon
was so
2
much
when my
goddamn fun.
cousin's kid got their Switch and I convinced them to
Was it? Is that what
buy
it's called?
what?
Salmon Run in
Salmon
Splatoon?
Run is the mode in
Oh, okay.
2,
So
I
yeah,
think,
that's what it
which is
is.
like a horde
2 and
mode.
3. It's in 3. It's in
Is it
3 as
also
well.
in 3?
Yeah, I absolutely loved it, dude.
I don't have the flavor
I
of Tism
loved
to
playing that
continue
mode.
playing Splatoon, so I don't know.
But the thing is, I didn't like playing that with randos. Play with
Yeah, I
randos,
mean that
obviously.
it's a team game. Ultimately, if you're playing with what is essentially just by pure numbers a bunch of children online, you're gonna get pissed off because they don't know how to play because they want to play it like it's a Call of Duty game because their parents don't want them playing an actual FPS.
I'm swinging at someone through the camera. That's for sure.
You're swinging at a 10-year-old.
That's fine. They
Yeah.
need to get swung on every now and
You
then.
know
Okay.
that's the new sub goal, guys. We need to get Beyond to beat up a child.
Yeah, that's it. Like the ending of Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah.
But
Except
yeah,
nobody's wife dies.
I would love for the Switch to keep me invested with their online the way I
What did I
am.
walk into, Kai? We're talking about the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, we just watched the Nintendo Switch 2 direct, and we just kind of started going off of there. You got Silver 1 in Fragpunk? That's where I'm at right now. I'm in rank Silver 1 as well.
But yeah,
Old dudes.
I
Come
don't
on,
know.
come on, man. Don't be disrespecting me like that, guy.
I'll take the title of old person.
I would say
I
well
feel it
aged,
in my joints.
experienced, but old. Come on, I'm gonna take that as disrespect.
As long as you don't make a
But
doctorate out of it. Um So, what do you think that Silk Song is actually going to come out? Because I'm staring at this fucking trailer, and it's the original Hollow Knight Silk Song trailer. It's over 10 years old.
Yeah.
Uh,
Truth be told, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be hella late. 2025. I don't
hey,
expect it to be anytime soon. Hey, Chris. Good shit, brother. I appreciate it. With the Raido.
Raido
And let me give you a
Kusunoha.
shout out, bro.
Everyone get the Raido Kusunoha fucking game port because
Chris, appreciate the raid, brother. How'd the Valorant games go for you? Or what did you play after Valorant? But hi, Spade. How are you? Eric, good to see you back. Happy streaming, fam. Thank
guys,
you.
on
Appreciate
my
it, Chris.
end, I'm
Oh,
gonna switch over to the fucking
ooh.
Raido
Hey,
trailer.
come on, Chris. You got to get swole. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's
Whatever
go.
this shit it is.
I'm doing well, Spade. You know, me and my boy here, Damn Fine Cryptid, we were just going over our discussion and analysis of the Switch 2 Direct. We loved it.
There's a
Come on, you
22-minute
already
fucking
know,
world
baby.
spotlight for this.
Welcome to
yeah.
the return of
I'm looking at the Raido trailer. Everyone go buy the Raido Kusunoha fucking and the Solus Army remake because god damn it, this is the biggest fucking test sale for all of the other SMT spin-offs. Give Atlas a reason for us to give them money, please. I need my Digital Devil Story fucking collection. I need it.
You know which games I would love to see come back too? Are Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2.
I think I literally just said that, but yes, we're of a mind on this.
You know what's funny? I never played the sequel to this to the Raido game.
King Abaddon. Yeah,
I never for some reason I don't know why.
it's all right.
I remember
It's a
playing
different
this
style
one.
of game. It's like a third. It's a little more Devil May Cry than it is a proper SM2.
Rip.
We set the stage at the Capitol during
But
the year of
yeah, overall, I would give that personally. I would give that an 8 out of 10 for me on the Direct itself.
I don't think I can give the direct a rating because at the end of the day, it is a series of marketing tactics that.
Yeah, and it worked.
All right, let's kill this one. Thank you. Denied. Death upon you. So it is a series of marketing ploys to get us to spend what is an exorbitant amount of money. This fucking console is going to be $550 at start. We're going to buy a controller that's an extra $70 if we're going by market standard now. Every single one of these fucking games is going to be between $60 and $90 physical.
Yes.
So
See, you're
Nintendo
saying
wants
all
us to
that,
drop a
like,
grand in 3 months.
Like we don't already know this. Like that's the thing. Like
I am building a fucking cumulative list of here's the problem. I think that there's a lot of cool stuff coming out with this console. I think that there's a lot of cool stuff that's being hinted at, you know, to be a reason to acquire this thing. I don't know if I want to have a grand to drop on all the shit I want day one. Also, because if I really got my shit together, I can emulate half of this shit on my fucking Steam Deck, because that was half of the reason that I got my Steam Deck.
obviously, I mean, the only reason I would get the Switch per se would be for the actual Nintendo exclusives. Like,
Yeah,
that would
for
be
the
my
games that
only
have
thing.
exclusive
But
multiplayer.
the thing is, I mean, and here's the thing. Realistically, yes, it may come out to a grand after everything. But here's the thing.
Not to mention tax.
You got a PS5, right? Didn't you already spend a grand on that?
No,
You got the
because there are
console?
so few fucking games for the PS5 that I still haven't spent over a grand on the thing total.
Well, fuck you, dog. I seen your entire collection.
I have 6 games. I paid $20 for each of them, or less.
Fuck you, you had 6 games. And not to mention some of those games are collector's editions.
5. Okay.
So you're already there.
No. Okay, Unicorn Overlord might push it over.
There you
But
go.
I
It's
almost
the
got
same
that
thing.
shit on Xbox.
Like for me, I'm just like, it's not like you're spending $1,000 all at once. Like personally, I just need the console and like 1 or 2 games.
Okay.
Whether I get the Pro Controller at launch,
Let's actually, for
not
the sake of
necessary.
it, let's do the math. I got AC6 for $40 on sale. I got Demon Souls for, I think it was $39.99 on Black Friday.
I'd go, but
It's
I
almost
got
700 Canadian. Damn.
I got the fucking Death Stranding director's cut for $20. So that's an extra 100. I was gifted Dragon Age. I don't count that.
Oh, yeah.
Resident Evil 4 I bought day 1. So that's another 60. Returnal I also got gifted.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it ain't worth the money. I think it's worth the money.
Silent Hill 2 I got gifted.
I would have rather paid $500
And I paid $120 for Unicorn of Village.
PlayStation
So, if we include the cost of the console, and we're not including, if we are not including tax, I have still spent less than $1,000 on the PS5 generation.
No, we're including everything.
Okay,
Tax
we're
and
including
all.
tax. I've spent like maybe $10.50.
So it's about the same.
Tax isn't real.
Well, it definitely is if you had to pay for it.
Well, I didn't for all the games that I got gifted.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying the ones that are gifted. I'm talking about the ones that you actually purchased.
I know, but do you know how much money I spent on the PS4 generation 5 years in? Probably 5 times the cost of the console.
Yeah.
Especially with digital games.
And here we are. Still going at it.
I'm just saying,
that's the thing.
Comparatively, I've like this generation on both. Like, it's hard to quantify the Xbox purchase because I legitimately have probably still saved money with Game Pass with the number of day one exclusives I haven't paid for.
Of course.
But when it comes to the PS5, compared to the PS4, like a tenth. Probably.
Well, even I can say I didn't spend as much as I did on the PS4 era in terms of games.
Like fuck, Monarch I got for $5.
What the hell is that?
It's a weird Nipponichi software game with a bunch of emo kids.
The way I'm looking at it, I'm like, everything's justified. The pricing for everything is justified.
I will never agree with pricing increases being justified.
I mean, that's technically out of our hand.
I know. That's why I can
It's
disagree
not really
with it.
us, but it's just like
The invisible hand of the market can go fuck itself.
what else are they gonna do? They price it. The console being 500 with Mario Kart already, that's a banger. You
Listen,
really don't
if
even
this
need
was
to get anything more than
so
that.
here's my problem with it. If it was a uniform, every single game is now $69.99, the way that PS5 and Xbox One first-party games have been trying to push, I would maybe be fine with it because that's just parity for the market. The fact that there is so much variability that you're now paying $70 for the digital version, you're paying $80 for most physical, and some games are going to be $90, and that's not even including special or collector's editions. The fact that there is this fucking fanfare of fucking variability is such fucking horseshit, and it's all fake. The idea of money is fake. It's bullshit. We live in a society. That's not the point. The point is, make it consistent. If you make it consistent, people will complain less. The fact that it is not consistent is a point of contention.
I guarantee they made that change after everything that's happened.
Everybody pays $60 for this fucking 15-year-old PS2 game. I say 15-year. It's like closer to 25.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, that game is
We're old.
way early 2000.
Mostly you. Mostly you're old.
Yeah, I'm the old one here. I'm ready for my
This is
back.
all in good humor. I know that occasionally people are like, "Oh, hey, Connor's going on a rant again. How serious is he?" I'm not. I don't care. I know that we can't fight the constant increase of cost of things, especially with recent events. Let's not talk about it.
The key here is to know
no problem, Valgan. We just went through the direct.
No, yeah, you're good.
It's been an interesting
See,
series
I
of marketing.
You saying that point right there, for me, the PS5 was worth the money since I had the PS4 and a lot of games online already. Guess what? They've actively said the majority of the Switch library is going to be available on the Switch too. So you're already proving my point. The price is worth the console.
I think
like it's all the same.
So I think that the inverse point is simultaneously correct. If you have all of these games, with the exception of everything post 2023, if you have an entire library of Switch games that are still functional on the primary console, normally the argument would be, why the fuck would I upgrade if I still have everything that works here? I think that Nintendo is actually, with this, I'm not going to rate this fucking ad, this series of ads, but I will say that this Direct did very well to convince me that day one, the Switch 2 is going to be something worth something to someone.
Yeah.
Because day one, the PS5 had nothing. It had what? It did launch with Demon Souls. I don't even know if that's true.
It launched with Demon Souls and Returnal.
That's 2 games.
Yeah, and then the rest were like some digital stuff. And then it was like, oh, here's like the PS5 version of.
I mentioned it earlier. The Switch 2 is going to launch with more exclusives than the PS5 currently has. How fucking crazy is that?
And you want to know, for me, why I think the Switch, like with all its release features, is better than what the PS5 did? Because at least, yes, they did mention, oh yeah, you can pay for the upgrades from the Switch 1 to the Switch 2 games, but if you get their online service, guess what? All those upgrades are already included. Did Sony do that? No.
You
still had to pay for their online service, and then you still had to pay for the upgrade.
They increased the price of their online service, and they decreased the quality of their online service.
The amount, yeah. So it's like, for me, I'm like, okay. So everything I'm just hearing is just justifying what I'm saying. That price is worth it. With what I'm going to be able to get out of it.
There's a quote that
it's definitely worth it. But again, Spade, like you mentioned, if it's a bit out of your budget range,
oh yeah, no, it's super fucking expensive, man. This is a paycheck.
You saying it's 700, like Canadian? Yeah, that's a good chunk of money. Like for some people, that is an entire paycheck.
That's an entire paycheck for someone working part time. If you're a student, which is going to be a bigger demographic of people who have the time to play video games, I say as a fucking perpetual student, you're not gonna have as much fucking expendable income. This thing is an entire paycheck. How fucking nuts is that?
Like, it's crazy because when I used to work for Sony and the PS4 was at its height, and I had to like deal with a lot of people, it was so understandable why some people would travel here, buy the PS4s here, and then take it back with them to their countries. Because, and it happened more commonly with Brazilians. In Brazil,
well, that's because Brazil's economy is fucked up.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it happened more there. But I'm just saying there were a lot of people
that continued to be a thing
from Central and South America would come here to buy the PS4, and they would buy them in bulks to take back to family over there. Because in Brazil, for instance, the PS4 at the time,
like $5,000
alone. Yeah, it was fucking expensive over there. Their games on average were like between 100 to 150.
I remember back when I was working games retail, I had a customer explain it to me that literally the cost of flying to the US, buying 3 PS4s, and then flying back was less than the cost of buying it natively, and also they were less likely to get fucking robbed as a result.
Yeah. And it's so crazy because they would come in, they would buy them. Like they'd be like, oh, like, can we get like 3 or 4 PS4s? We need controllers, and then this many copies of the games. It's
because
like, okay.
Once you get it here, you're not getting shit over there.
Yeah, because they were like, this is more justified to do it here, because for the price of 1, we can get 4, as you're seeing, and then take it back to our country respectively, and everyone would be fine. And I'm just like, holy cow. So yeah, you saying it's 700 Canadian or 700 Australian? Yeah, sometimes I'm like, holy shit, like that is a big difference to what we're paying. And not that I'm saying like, yeah, you can just have it imported from America, because regardless. But
But it so happened to
it makes a lot of sense why people
Gonna wait
tend
and
to
buy it
travel
when
to
in
another
the
country
States
to
when it's
buy
more
it.
justifiable. I don't know, man. I don't know what the conversion rate's going to be. Our economy is fucked up, and it's going to be even more fucked up. So if you are in the States in the foreseeable future, A, you might not be able to.
Yeah.
Like, you
Well,
straight up
and
just
yeah,
might not.
And that's the other thing too. You can do that. Like you can have someone that you know in the States buy it for you for cheaper,
And
and then just
you know,
send
pay
it on,
the
and then
shipping.
they just send it to you, and then you just send them the money, and it'll convert it.
I don't know what the
itself
conversion rate
automatically.
between USD and AUD is. It
Well,
may or may not be
she's
worth it.
State's Canadian, so I mean it
Oh,
may be the
well,
same, it may be. Valkyne's
20%
Australian. So.
difference.
Even now, the future remains
Who knows? Who knows what the conversion rate for the USD is going to be in the next couple of weeks, months, years,
Yeah.
etc.
No, yeah, it's about the same. It's about the same. You would end up paying the same.
Yeah.
in this world without heroes, I think there's great significance in
What was it? There's a quote from Gabe Newell that's he said years ago in an interview that piracy is a customer service problem. And that's going to be the one strong suit that the Switch has. The reason to go for the new hardware is that it is a conglomerate of all of these things coming into the same space with hardware that hypothetically is going to work.
First of all,
Yeah. Well,
So
hypothetically, yeah.
the fact that you have all these emulators as part of the online service adds value to the online service. It justifies paying for the online service. The fact
That's what I'm
that your
saying.
entire digital, the majority of games in your digital library most likely will transfer over, has inherent value day one.
Because I mean, I can tell everyone right now, if you're getting Mario Kart, there's no reason why you're not getting the online service. Like if you're only gonna get Mario Kart and you're only playing it offline, you're missing out on half of the enjoyment of that game. There's so much that's gonna be, I shouldn't say reliant on the online, but there's so
Well,
much.
no,
that a lot of
there
these
is
coming
an
out.
aspect of DLC that is not separately
Yeah.
purchasable. You have to actively pay the subscription to get
Yes.
access to some
So
of that,
so that for me,
which is
definitely
bullshit.
seemed-
By
it
the way,
definitely
let's
seems
not
worth it.
forgive that business
just buying the yearly Nintendo service, and then you guess what? You have access to all the consoles, the Nintendo online consoles. So you got GameCube, 64, Super Nintendo, NES, the Game Boy, Game Boy Advance. You get all of that included. Then you get the access to the online itself. Then you get access to the upgrades of the Switch 2 games. So I'm already seeing that. I'm like, okay.
And then
I pay
next year you get to
$60
play
a year.
Bloodborne 2 at home.
Yeah, exactly. And then you get Bloodborne 2 at home. But for me, I'm like,
God.
okay, all of that equates to me paying an extra $60 for the year, and I have access to so much. Whereas opposing, like, I sit there, and of course I can still justify even Game Pass, but then I look at PlayStation Plus. It's $160 for that service, and the
you're
library
getting jack
isn't even worth it. Their classics, as
The
they call
Plus
them,
catalog is like
aren't
12
even that
games,
great.
man. It's not fucking worth
it's
the money.
not that great. So when I easily compare the two, yeah, I would give up my PS5 and all its services in a heartbeat for a Switch 2.
I literally
I
did.
barely play my PS5. The last time I played my PS5 was when I did Final Fantasy VI, and I haven't touched it since.
I played FF16. On
The only reason I
PS5.
know I would go back to my PlayStation 5 is because I want to stream Legend of Dragoon, and because it's already on there. Like it's one of the titles included.
I legitimately have been debating repurchasing and replaying all of Elden Ring just so I don't have to play my PS5 version of it. And I platinumed that game, dog.
Yeah, see it. Yeah, it sounds fair to do it at this point because it's just one of those. I'm like, it's like I personally don't have an Xbox and had an Xbox in a while, but I do have Game Pass on the PC. What I would like, personally, I would like to get an Xbox only to get access to the console Game Pass library and the backwards compatibility on a lot of those consoles and all that.
It's
Because
the reason
there's
I
a
have the console.
there's so many games on that backwards compatibility that I remember from the 360 era that I want to play again.
There's a
Lost
fuck ton,
Odyssey. Lost Odyssey being one of the greatest RPGs that is stuck on a console from 2 generations ago that I'm like, they need to bring that.
Unless you
back.
have an Xbox Series X, in which case you can just
course.
download it and play
You
it.
can just download it, yeah. Playing way more on PC than play. Yeah, see, at this point, like
Yeah.
I play more on my PC than I do my consoles. And the only time I play my Switch is because there's games on my Switch. I'm like,
So I'll be real. Ever since I started streaming, I've basically shifted almost 100% of my gameplay to even when I'm not streaming to PC. Because I bought a PC that could stream games. So
also true.
You know, fucking sunk cost fallacy. But at the same time, it's just easier. And you, like, I haven't paid for an online subscription in a while because back when they first started increasing the prices for PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live, I prepaid for like 2 or 3 years. And then after those like expired, I never re-upped. And then I went back to Game Pass because Game Pass was just a good fucking deal. Because it was at first for Ultimate $15 a month. And that's like, okay, if I play 4 games a year, it pays for itself. Done. Then I stopped because I was mostly trying to play games on PC Game Pass, and it just stopped working with the Windows 11 update until recently. But I haven't I have not paid for PlayStation Plus in a while, and anyone who's hung out during our Monster Hunter streams has heard me bitch about how I did not know about. I knew about the tiered system. I didn't know about the tiered pricing. I thought it was going to be $59, $69, $99, whatever. It is fucking $69 baseline. It is $99 mid-tier and $159.99 for the top tier of PlayStation Plus. This is required for all online games. You don't realize until you take a couple of years break from paying for online services how much of a fucking scam-ass ripoff that shit is. And for them to have made it a more, like a way worse fucking scam is... Like, I'm not going to fucking do anything that isn't exclusive to that console now. I barely fucking turned the thing on. And I own physical games for that, but it's just like fucking, if it has an online feature, I'm not going to fucking use it. Because I was really considering, like, playing it on fucking, playing Monster Hunter Wilds on the PS5 because it would be more stable.
Yeah, PlayStation was free during the PS3 era. PS4 is when they started charging. Which is still a stupid...
Technically, when the PS Vita launched, they started charging for it.
It was such a stupid... I don't know why they changed it, but...
Don't believe in putting all your eggs in one basket, so to speak. I will always own consoles. Yeah, I do play most on PC. Yeah, no, dude, I have a PS5 and I have an Xbox Series X. I am so indecisive about shit.
I still get consoles regardless. It's just analyzing things more recently. A lot of the stuff on my PlayStation, I'm just like, well...
It's like, what happens if your PC stops working? If my PC stops working, I die. Because I have, like, so many things relying on this thing.
My PC would never stop working. I maintain the shit out of that thing.
No, there's a good chance my PC will die in the next couple of years. I really need to fucking go. I need to start saving for a new PC.
And again, see, Cryptic, I'm not trying to like convince you fully that I'm right and you're wrong. Like, no, of course, everyone's entitled to their opinion. You prefer the PlayStation online over, regardless. For me personally, yes, I do like some of the free games PlayStation offers. Their PlayStation catalog, for me, is lackluster. Like, there are some good games on their catalog that I'm like, oh yeah, I would like to play that.
All right, Spade, thanks for hanging out.
But then a good chunk of it, I'm just like, yeah, I don't really care for it.
So here's the thing that I will still sing the console's praises for.
Okay, Spade, enjoy Repo.
The best part of console, like the console market as a whole, is that when you have a uniform degree of hardware, you can create a uniform degree of software expectations. Games will run better on console because you don't have someone taking the fucking graphics card out of their PS5 and putting in a fucking 5090 and then having to create a completely different fucking version of the game to account for that. That's the biggest problem with PC. A PC is nothing more than the sum of its parts, and you need to fucking make games work for every possible combination of things across the entire spectrum. That's a nightmare to do. There's a reason Wild sucks to run. And it's because Capcom needs time. I mean, honestly, if you compare Wilds to Monster Hunter World's release, which it did have a full year difference between the console version and the PC version, Wilds kind of actually runs better than Monster Hunter World did at launch. And it will continue to get better. But the point being that when you establish a baseline, you know, like with game pricing, when you establish a baseline expectation, you can build for that baseline. That's the whole fucking argument for consoles. It is a dedicated piece of hardware for games, so the games can
Oh,
be made for the hardware.
absolutely, Cryptid. The Ultimate Game Pass, absolutely. Yeah, I would pay that, no problem. Any day of
$229
the
for
week.
Game Pass Ultimate. At this point, it's still worth it. Have you
Yeah.
played 4 games this year? Are they day one
Right.
exclusives? You have paid for your fucking Game Pass Ultimate. Because now those
First
games
off,
cost $79.99 a pop.
I can foresee 4 games I'm gonna play day one drops. That I'm like, okay, yeah, that's.
I need to
already worth it.
re-up on my Game Pass because I really want to play Doom when it comes out.
Like, yeah, that's why I was like, Doom the Dark Age,
I'm not paying
Adamfall. I've
$90 for
been
that
playing.
shit.
Adamfall. I've been playing, and I'm like, okay, that's already half the price right there. Like that's already 120 right there. So I'm like, okay, that one will forever be I think the top one. If there's any one of the online services I can,
How I'm about to fuck up
it's
Expedition
it-
33 and South of Midnight. Literally, dude,
yo,
those 2 games.
Expedition 33 is my game of the year, and I haven't even played it. I've just seen the demo that they allowed people to play, and I was like, that's my game of the year. I don't
So
care.
that's definitely
Like,
going to be
I
up there
don't-
for me. But there's another game that I actually need to finish playing that I paid for and started, and I'm like, oh my god, this thing is potentially game of the year, and that's Karma.
Yeah. Yeah, see, consoles. The
'cause
thing is,
Twin
consoles aren't
Peaks.
going to go anywhere either because it's like,
Oh no, if
consoles
they keep
are-
fucking around, consoles are maybe gonna go extinct in the next generation or two because Sony and fucking Xbox keep fucking things up for themselves.
Yeah, but I'm
Nintendo
just saying
will continue
consoles
to
are always
exist
going to
in its
be the one
bubble.
that you can see. This is why, like, I feel like consoles won't go anywhere because it's just like not everyone's going to buy their child a PC, a gaming PC. So you can always
Until
assume
they
consoles are
don't
gonna
have
be
an
around
option.
without replacement. But even then, it's like, yeah, sometimes I think consoles are just worth it because it's like, yeah, you don't have to really worry about much. It's like you don't have to worry about any viruses really through those, like you would with a
Well,
PC.
Anything with a
I mean, you
functioning
can.
browser now, actually.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you can, but I mean, most people aren't doing that on a console.
Hey,
Plus
remember that
consoles are just
specific
easier.
year
You
where
just-
Pizza Hut
you
made
just
an app
connect
so that you
them
could
to a
scream
TV
at
and
your
that's it.
Xbox to order you a pizza? I do.
Damn, not screaming at the Xbox. Honestly,
Literally
I
had people
could,
come
I
up to
would.
me and say Game Pass is bad, and honestly, it's like the dumbest opinion a person could have. Clearly, they're just
For me
ignorant.
personally,
So, like, honestly,
that-
Cryptic,
that-
the fucking the thing there is that people legitimately just don't know what the fucking thing is. And if they there's two conversations where people will say Game Pass bad, and it's someone who has been burned by forgetting about subscription plans, and has ended up paying for 5 years of Hulu when they never watched it.
Definitely, I swear.
Which there are people that's a bigger demographic than you think. The other conversation is people who don't want to admit that they never dropped their console war idiocy. And are big, huge Sony marks who are desperately going to try to convince you that the 5 games that are actually exclusive to PS5 are worth a $600 fucking price point.
Hell yeah, Astrobot, baby. Woo!
I mean, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like,
So
for me,
legitimately, I think
like,
the opinion that Game Pass is bad, aside from the fucking recent price hikes, because it is now a lot more expensive than it used to be.
yeah,
I think it's
I mean, that
legitimately people
goes
just don't know what it
without
is,
saying,
and they don't like Microsoft. Still, I mean,
Salty Metaphor lost. Yeah.
oh,
I mean, I think going. Yeah. I think going into it, I always knew. But just the fact that it was still there says a lot for Atlas.
yeah, they did win
I didn't even play
soundtrack,
Astro,
and
I
they
just wanted to
fucking
play
had to
them.
compete with Akira Yamaoka. So that's saying something.
But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like we're drawn to whatever consoles or whatever services feel worth it to us, and that's it. Like no one can take that away from me.
I'm drawn to, at the
Like-
end of the day, not feeling like I got fucked by a company.
Yeah,
Do I feel that way about the PS5? Yeah, I really actually feel like I got fucked over by Sony because they failed to meet every standard they set for themselves this fucking generation.
I definitely do, because in the scheme of things, like I looked at it, I'm like, every game I was planning to play on my PS5 gets got on the PC, because I was like, oh well, here it is.
I've repurchased almost. No, it's about half. I've repurchased about half of the games I have on PS5 on PC because they run better.
Yeah, Expedition 33 are like.
Oh yeah,
wholeheartedly believe will be a Game of the Year contender.
Iceman, Expedition 33 is like a French noir fucking epic fucking turn-based RPG, and it's amazing.
Like, turn-based with some quick time events RPG with this. We don't even know so much about the story.
I mean, we know a little bit.
And then the voice cast behind it too is really another driving.
Also, that you can dress up your party as mimes, I've been told.
Do we know when it's going to drop? It drops later this month, actually.
Fuck, really?
Yeah.
They better get back to me with my fucking tax return, because goddamn, I need to spend some money.
I believe it's this month.
I don't know.
If I remember. Yeah, April 24th. Yeah, I was like, it's at the end of the month.
Let's see. What the fuck else is going
on? April 24th. Yeah, South of Midnight comes out next week on the 8th. Then
South of Midnight looks fucking sick. That's one of those few times where I think a variable frame rate looks good.
Is it going to be on PC? Yeah. You can wishlist Expedition 33 right now on Steam. Actually, you can just look it up on
Hollow Knight Silksong gameplay demo was 5 years ago.
A gist of what we're talking about in terms of the game.
I didn't mention it earlier. So Pokemon
You're definitely right, Cryptic. Expedition 33 is gonna make me happy. Very happy. Like extremely happy.
It's gonna make me feel really sad happy. First though.
No.
I give you.
Me feel sad? No.
Yeah, that's actually a fair point. Depression. It's going to have so much French ennui, you're not going to know how to deal with yourself. So we can keep shilling out these fucking services for all these companies for free, or we can wait for them to pay us to do it.
That's also too.
But yes, go out and experience your different options so that you know what the value plan is behind shit.
Like a month of what is it? Isn't it like if it's your first time trying Game Pass? Isn't it like the first month free or like the first month is $1?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first month is $1, so it's like realistically,
hey, it's also on sale. Iceman, if Microsoft has cut you a check, you're on our stream. Help us out.
No, if you go on Steam, it's already on sale. Like they're actively selling it like at a lower price on Steam.
Wait, what?
The Expedition 33. Did you not know that?
I thought you were talking about fucking Game Pass.
No.
I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Expedition 33 is on sale. Yeah, it's 10% off if you.
Well, yeah, the game's launched
before their actual release date. Which I'm like, hey, 10% is 10%. Yeah, usually it's between 10 and 20.
Also, by the way, if any of you guys like avant-garde Lynchian surrealism, and I do mean like Lynchian because it's very heavy Twin Peaks, like very heavy Twin Peaks references. I'm not gonna like spoil story shit for you. Go and play Karma: The Dark World. That game is fucking amazing. It's like 9 hours long. It's the most I've enjoyed paying $40 for a game.
Nice.
That game is fucking amazing. I wiped my save. I need to restart it so that I can play it on stream.
Damn.
That is narrative, dog.
Ooh. Thank you, Kaya, for the posture check.
But yeah, in terms of like, we kind of like cavalcaded off of a series of tangents, but fucking, I think that the Switch 2 is going to come out, and it's going to be fine.
Yeah. I'll tell you right now, I'm going to do my damnedest to get it day one, or at least within its release.
On Tuesday night, I'm going to go online, and I'm going to hit a button, and if it tells me to fuck off, I'm going to wait until Raido Kusunoha is out, and then I will go and buy the button.
That's fair.
That's it.
That's very fair.
And the bed.
Off to bed. All right, Eric. Have a good night.
I don't know. I mean, there's some stuff that I think of the consoles, the Switch 2 is definitely giving the best series of reasons to pay for it.
Yeah.
If Sony and Microsoft try to pull a new console generation in the next 4 years, they can fuck right off.
Which, in term for Sony,
which will happen. It is going to happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say for Sony, that's not too far fetched because we're coming up on what
5
year
years.
6 for the PlayStation.
Yeah,
5. It's 5, right?
I think 2021 because production was delayed.
Either way, like you're talking about, like
it is due in time. But like, when did the console generation actually start? Cryptic? Did it start when they started selling to scalpers, or did it start when people were allowed to leave their houses? I don't start a console generation in like what I consider to be like real time until you can go and walk over to a shelf and buy the thing. And that didn't happen for the first year and a half of the PlayStation 5 being released.
Yeah, the PlayStation 5 was released November 12th, 2020.
And I didn't get that shit until 2 weeks before fucking Elden Ring.
Yeah, we're coming up on year 5 then.
They're going to try. They're not going to let it go past year 7.
Yeah.
Which is funny then, because that means there'll be a single exclusive game for every year the console has been out.
That is rough. I didn't realize it was like that. Because, yeah, if you really think about it, the first year, for sure the first year, it was so hard to get a PS5 that no one could afford to get one anyways.
Well, I mean, it was all scalpers, and it was just super minimized production because of the pandemic. There was just nothing to be done about it. You pre-ordered both PS5 and the Series X day one and got them. I mean,
what's up, Ravenclaw? Yeah, see, that's the thing. If you were never affected by that, like if you were able to get them at market value, like what their legitimate prices were, then it was not a problem. You know, for you, it was a regular thing. But you do have to think there were a lot of places where they were sold out because scalpers were just buying them up in bulk and then trying to sell them 2 to 3 times their price.
People getting in knife fights outside of Target like it's a fucking Waffle House.
That's what I'm talking about. Till this day, you never got a PS5. I get that. I mean, again, the PS5 wasn't.
Dog, I mean, be real. There's not really a reason to.
It's true.
Unless you really want to play Demon Souls.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was like, oh yeah, well it does have the God of War. Then
no, God of War came out on fucking Steam.
It's on PC now,
including Ragnarok.
Final Fantasy on PC now.
Also on PC. Returnal also on PC.
Yeah, even the Spider-Man game's on PC.
Also on PC. There's a delay between new releases, but dude, there's nothing on there.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I waited so long to get my PS5 that I played. I know I played.
Shit, might as well get a Steam Deck. Ravenclaw, you were where I was almost a full year ago. Because I was like, fuck the PS5, I'll just get a Steam Deck because even if my fucking computer explodes, I'll have that.
Okay, see, not every place did that, Cryptic. When the PS5 launch was going on, I mean, in person you can control it. The problem is online is where they couldn't.
Well, no, so
it.
that's the interesting thing. It was around the time that they started actually properly stocking them is when they started implementing the membership-only signups. I remember because this is how I got my Xbox. That my local Best Buy had a email sent out to me saying, "Hey, do you want to buy an Xbox Series X? If so, respond to this. You will be limited to one. You need to be here at this time frame. You have an hour time frame to come in and pick up your thing, and you're pre-ordering because you have an elite membership because you spent way too much fucking money here last year."
Mm-hmm. That's me.
I mean, that was me for years.
New arsenal, new equipment.
Just need to get a terabyte SD card for Episode Rebirth. Just remember, Ravenclaw, if you're gonna get it for the Switch too, that the only cards supported are the Express cards. So it has to be SDHC EX. Otherwise, you're fucked.
No,
Which sucks because
I think he means for the Steam Deck because Rebirth isn't on the Steam Deck.
I haven't actually tried to expand my Steam Deck. I've just been dealing. But yeah, no, I mean, you might as well get an Express card too if it's supported, because that shit has a way higher data transfer rate. It's super worth the extra like $40. But it does suck because I do have a terabyte fucking SD card that I'm not using for anything, and I'm like, now I have to pay for another one.
Yeah.
On the assumption that I get the console within a reasonable time frame.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna do my damnedest to get that pre-order in on release, like or on like launch next week, like as soon as they go up. But at the same time, if I don't get it, I don't get it. So I'm not gonna like try to sweat it.
I'm not worried about the other shit. Because the things I care about aren't coming out until next year anyway. Like,
yeah, I was like, I did the same thing with the Switch. I didn't get the Switch on release.
The other bit is like I can wait on certain
actively,
games. Like even if I don't have a Switch 2, I can still buy the physical copy of Raido Kuzunoha fucking remaster and just wait.
Yeah, see that's the
Also,
thing.
it's on
like,
the screen again. Fuck Hogwarts. Fuck Harry Potter. Fuck.
I was gonna say, yeah, I could just buy everything without having the console.
Fuck J.K. Rowling.
If you get the console, I'm set.
I'm sure this game is fine, but it
I'll tell you
directly
right now,
supports transphobia and
of
anti-Semitism.
everything that they've shown off, this is what I would plan to get. The console.
I
a
hear
Pro
Nintendo
controller?
is making sure people can qualify for a pre-order for Switch 2 if they have over 50 hours of gameplay on Switch account online. That's hilarious. Get fucked, scalpers.
Oh yeah, they actually made that if you get a guaranteed pre-order, you hit those marks.
Do you
just have to go through
directly?
Yeah,
Does it have to be within the last year? Because I haven't turned my Switch on in over a year.
No. They just meant altogether. No,
Okay.
I remember I saw someone post this. Like, there's a link you can go to.
I'm not
and
saying
it's directly
pirate
through
Hogwarts,
Nintendo.
but pirate that shit. I mean,
It's directly through.
Iceman,
through
it's not
Nintendo.
going to stop the anti-Semitic dog
Where is
whistles
it?
that are in the game.
I forgot who posted it. I saw it. I'm pretty sure it was IGN. But yeah, there's a link directly from Nintendo.
For everyone
that says if you
else's
go
sake,
here,
I was actually a
you can qualify.
huge Harry Potter mark for my early, like basically since the books came out, because when the movies started getting made, they would always release in November, and I have an early November birthday, so we would always go see those fucking movies. So I really did care about them until I was old enough and well learned enough to see all of the fucking things that I did not have the critical thinking skills to see.
We are excited to bring another familiar agent to the
True.
You can separate the artist from the work. Death of the artist is a really interesting conversation, Deadman, and I generally agree with you, but I think that it really also depends on like time frame, because J.K. Rowling is actively doing bad in the world, and she's still actively making royalties on everything. Like, one of my favorite fantasy novel series is the Belgariad by David Eddings, and David Eddings and his wife were a bunch of shitbag assholes who abused their children. And that didn't come out until way later, and they're both dead, so it's like, you know, do what you will, but, like, he was a shitbag, but it doesn't stop the story from being, like, a fundamental part of why I like fantasy more than anything else. Like, J.K. Rowling's actively doing harm. Never got the game where they weren't talking about how they didn't want to work with J.K. I mean, they say that, but then there's a whole bunch of shit in the game that's also bad.
Yeah, so here it is, Connor. You can log on to your Nintendo account. Because I just did it right now. It says register your interest to buy from my Nintendo store. So if you go onto the webpage for the Switch 2, you log into your account, and then when you scroll at the bottom, there's an area that shows
Does it
which
only
one
show up
do you,
if you
are
have
you
a Nintendo Online subscription active?
No. You just have to be logged into your Nintendo account. You can always just click register. It's just that's what they're saying for the requirements. And then it asks you which one do you want to pick. Do you want just the console, or do you want the console with the Mario Mario Kart bundle, and you just hit register my interest, and then if your interest is, if you're chosen, you'll be able to just pre-order straight through them.
I will.
So you wouldn't have, yeah. So they would send you a direct link to be able to pre-order.
Wait, it's in the Nintendo Online app
Mm-hmm.
thing. I haven't
Well, I
turned
don't
the
know if it's
Switch
on
on
the
in
app.
over a year.
I don't know if it's on the app. It's on the. I know I did it through the website, the full website.
Oh, I thought it
Here,
was.
Here, I'll just send you this link here.
Meat
on Discord.
spin. Not that distracted.
Where are you? So go here. Because this is the exact link of how to buy. And then you just sign in there, and then when you scroll to the bottom, it'll ask you which one you're interested in.
Okay, well, I'm gonna close that because it just fucking took over my window capture.
No, yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying that's the link to do it, though. When you are ready. But yeah, if you scroll towards the bottom...
Oh, motherfucker, I have to close that entirely. That's some bullshit. What the hell?
You know, you could just take the tab and move it somewhere else, right?
I closed the tab. What is going on? Hello?
Mm-hmm. So... No.
Okay,
no,
there we
Ravenclaw.
go.
It's just it's FF7 Intergrade. So it's FF7 Remake and the Remake
and
DLC on the Switch.
Yuffie DLC, right?
Yeah, and the Yuffie DLC. But that's not Rebirth.
It's a
Rebirth
shame
is
that
its own separate
the
game.
mobile game stuff that kind of tied into that no longer exists.
For what?
Didn't they kill Soldier or whatever the fuck that thing was?
First Soldier, but Ever Crisis is still going.
Yeah, but it's Ever Crisis.
But yeah, that's the one that actually gives all the backstory.
Oh, okay, well, fuck that.
That's the one where you get the story of young Sephiroth.
Or wait, no, I'm thinking of Brave Exvius. Ever Crisis is probably fine.
Yeah, no, the one you were probably there was the.
I have stopped engaging with Square Enix mobile games because of what they did
Royale,
with Kingdom Hearts Union Cross.
You know, and they're still waiting for that other new mobile game coming.
Hey, you know what? They still never have published the actual full video for, like, the first-party access for Union Cross Dark Road, which is the prequel story for Xehanort and Ericus and their fucking weird Norse pantheon friends.
The thing is, Ravenclaw, I think they will. It's just, I don't think it's
Ravenclaw,
ready.
you do need to go back to Dirge of Cerberus because it's technically canon again because of what happens at the secret boss fight near the end of Intergrade.
Fuck Dirge of Cerberus. That game.
It's just fun how everyone hates Dirge so badly.
I don't really think it did anything good except for having fucking gacked as Genesis. And
Semi-HD Vincent art for the time frame that it came out on.
God, that game just angers me.
I mean, that's
I remember going into it. I was like, hell yeah, you get to play. You got a lot of pews, and then I played it. And pain. Just pain.
Dirge of Cerberus remake coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
If that were to happen, I'm for sure swinging at some random child on the street.
That is.
I will go
for,
fight
like,
a
everything,
10-year-old.
isn't it?
I'm finna go just punch a 10-year-old. I don't give a fuck.
So right here on the screen right now, the fact that they increased the fucking button size to be at least the length of your top digit on what I assume is an adult hand is, you know, good fucking kudos. Kudos, Nintendo, that
Yes.
you realize that more than fucking Lilliputians will be playing your console.
Yes, I do like the features that they made everything bigger and more secure compared to the Switch.
Yeah.
Because
Those of you
those
hanging around
tiny
Kid
little.
Kaya, this is an ongoing trek of claims. I don't know how to stop it.
Think they'll remake Advent Children? I hope they just let Advent Children die.
They
It's
don't
like
have
forever.
to remake Advent Children. Gact is coming back.
That's also true.
It has a built-in microphone. So you
What is it with me and hitting a random kid? They deserve to be hit.
Maybe the next
What
Mortal
you mean?
Kombat game will look and play better if it comes to the Switch too. I mean, it's still
I
gonna be
highly
Mortal
doubt that.
Kombat.
It's Mortal Kombat on a Switch. So I don't know what you're
I
expecting.
mean, even outside of the Switch, it's still Mortal Kombat.
Games can be enjoyed with more
Yeah, but Mortal Kombat looks great on everything else.
Okay, but respectfully, it fucking sucks to play.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying it's one of the best, but I'm just saying it looks great.
No, I'll
But yes,
I'll dig my heels
Mortal
in
Kombat.
on this particular fucking claim. Mortal Kombat sucks to play. It has never
Mortal
been good
Kombat
to play. It has always
is
been about
not
fucking kill
for
shit.
everyone. Mortal Kombat is a very particular skill set to just play that because the way it plays, yeah, it's not
Play
for
MK1
everyone.
on Switch. I'm sorry, Ravenclaw. I'm sorry that you do that to yourself.
All right, the nice man. Have a good night, man.
I'm joking. This is for fun.
It's handy for
This is easy.
This is for the
To make
fun
fun of
things.
Mortal
Ha ha ha.
Kombat.
Ha 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 ha.
It's easy to make fun of Mortal Kombat because it sucks so badly.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's another feature I really like. The fact that there's a second fucking USB-C point that you can use just for top storage. It's not just for the camera. That's just
Having the
convenient.
Having the second USB-C port definitely helps for
That's what I
quite
get
a
for
lot
not
of
having a
things.
PS5 or a Steam Deck. Listen, I mean, even if you played Mortal Kombat 1 on a PC with like a 4090, it would still suck to play.
True.
For compatible games.
Got a point.
HDR is also supported in TV.
Actually, I'm gonna just have this running in the background since we're all just chit chatting and
Yeah,
shit.
because that's what I've been doing. Just restarted it.
The Nintendo Switch 2 dock has a built-in fan that keeps your system cool.
We'll just have this running.
I'm looking
I have
forward
the Mario
to the console not becoming so hot that it melts into a boomerang.
On Nintendo Switch 2,
That's gonna be a good
Yeah.
time.
Oh yeah, yeah, Kai. I knew me and Connor were gonna get into this with our Yap session of this. I mean, I'm gonna cut the video when I upload it to YouTube to just like whatever
I'm
was
not. It's all
contained to
staying
the
in.
to the
It's gonna be a whole
direct.
15-minute segment on me shitting on Mortal Kombat players.
Damn.
No offense to the people who play it, because Sonic Fox is cool, but at the same time, it's Mortal Kombat.
Nintendo Switch 2
How about you press your fucking
yeah.
block button?
Nintendo Switch. We redesigned the system from
Block
the ground
button.
up
Catch these
to
hands.
invest in lots of
Um,
gameplay features. And
That
the
was
mouse,
one thing that
the
always-
mouse control
always
is really
baffled me.
weird to me conceptually. I don't know who pushed that.
I don't know. How do I feel?
The only time I saw it like
The
in
mouse control thing is still what throws me off.
Kai, you don't.
However, Mario
Unless you do.
Kart is mucho bueno. Mario Kart mucho bueno.
I saw in the demonstration they were using it for the first-person shooter section I mean, most of the gameplay is going to be FPS. The FPS section in Metroid,
This sign reads,
because it's Prime.
Oh, yeah.
And Prime is an FPS.
The Joy-Con
Yeah.
attached to the system with magnets.
But yeah, I saw them using it there, and I'm like, okay, I guess, sure.
The SL and SR buttons on the Joy-Con 2 are made of metal.
Dude, I can't wait to play that.
So that's how
Like the more and more I watch the Mario Kart trailer, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking play the hell out of that. I'm gonna want Mario Kart Party Days. Like
Let's just
that's where
scroll
we
back.
play that. We play that for just 17 hours.
If you actually buy Jamboree, we're gonna play Mario Party until we don't talk to each other anymore,
Yeah, we're gonna end our friendship over that.
as is tradition.
Yeah. Fucking go to your house and take a shit in your sink if you win in
See,
Jamboree.
that is something you would do.
Yeah, I definitely would.
Mario Kart
But-
World, maybe put Captain Falcon as a DLC character. It isn't Cap's a skin you can get with the amiibo, right?
No, he's a skin with the me, and then they have Blue Falcon as a cart, but him as a proper character now.
Kai, are you actually surprised? What is that exclamation question mark?
Yeah, I
doing
don't know
here?
why Kaya always acts like she's brand new. Like, I'd be saying some wild outlandish shit, and I've done some wild outlandish shit that she's saying. So like, I don't know why you always act like it's a,
So Ravenclaw,
like this is
I
all
don't know if there's going to be
new.
a Smash game for Switch 2 in the future. There's going to be Smash Brothers Ultimate, and because it'll port directly to the console.
They'll port
but
Smash Brothers Ultimate. But I
Sakurai
doubt
is
they're
like fucking done, dude.
He's
over
actively
it.
said he's he has no interest in making a new Smash.
Like
Anytime soon.
if he does, he's gonna hand it off to somebody else, and no one else is gonna be able to negotiate the fucking on-the-fly contracts that he was able to get done. Like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that
that's
point
the
won't be
thing.
worth doing.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna say. I was like, that's the thing. If they do another Smash Brothers, there's no way they're gonna get all those
launches on the
back.
same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
No.
I highly doubt Nintendo's gonna want to shove out the money to get all those characters back.
Not even a little bit.
Like, if they do another Smash Brothers, reboot it, start over, and even then,
Make a deluxe or updated version like they did with Mario. Yeah, I could see them making a quote-unquote Switch 2 updated version where it's able to utilize the processing power a little bit better and maybe runs at a better frame rate. But they're not going to make a new game until there's a definitive answer as to whether or not Sakurai will come back. And the answer has already been given. It's no.
also do obviously with Smash, give me better lobbies where you can actually handle 8-player
Well,
online.
I feel like give me a functioning online ecosystem would be priority number one.
Yes, absolutely.
More DLC characters out, but that's unlikely. The problem is that because of the way that it's transferring over, if it's new content for the new console, they have to renegotiate the contracts that exist for the previous version of the game again, and they're not going to. It's not going to happen. Especially with Square characters, not happening. I would love it to. I would love to be wrong. Listen, I am this confident in this because if I'm wrong, it's a good thing. But it's not going to happen.
True. Also, the new Donkey Kong, fantastic. I'm so excited for that, man. Nay, that great day to return.
Donkey Kong.
Go.
No, that game does look good though. I'm not the hugest Donkey Kong mark. I enjoyed playing the games when I was younger, but like, it's fine.
I am. I love Donkey Kong.
That game looks fun though.
Like I said,
I used
I'm
to care about
glad.
Banjo-Kazooie, so my opinions don't mean anything.
Well, I mean, Banjo-Kazooie.
But if you would like to see how my opinions don't mean anything, there's a new article you can go find in the Damn Fine Discord of this exact conversation that I published.
I wish, or I should say, I'm glad they made this game Donkey Kong like flavored. Like I would have hated this.
Okay,
if
you want to
they
rephrase that just for your own sake?
No.
A little bit?
No.
All right, well, say it with your chest then. Whole sentence.
I said what I said.
Say it again.
I'm so glad they didn't make this a copy and paste of Mario Odyssey and gave it the Donkey Kong flavor.
That's not what you said.
Like, what?
It's fine.
You hit 30 on Fragpunk? Oh, nice. Yeah, I was going to play some ranked Fragpunk today, but...
Oh, real shit, though. Are you hopping on, not tomorrow, the 4th is the update?
Yeah, I'll be on Wilds for the update.
I'll be expecting a full Chris armor set on my desk by mid-morning.
I work Friday, so it's going to be late at night.
Yeah, well, get getting.
No, what was I going to say? The new Donkey Kong, I'm so glad. With his own feel, his own like power-ups, his own world. Because I remember first seeing it, a lot of people were like, "Oh, it's Mario Odyssey," and I'm like, "Please don't tell me it's a Mario Odyssey too."
I mean,
seeing it when it was Donkey Kong, I was like,
but you can tell where the fucking formula comes from.
Yeah, and that's fine. But I'm just saying, I'm glad they didn't make it like that similar to how Mario Odyssey.
You're glad they didn't bring Hattie Ghost character Chan back.
Yeah, or anything similar to how it was. Like I I guess I should say I'm glad that
Kaya,
he's
you're not even wrong. We
Ooh.
need like a definitive Nintendo sports game that's not just the boxing workout thing and or Ring Fit Adventure. Ring Fit Adventure is fine,
I forgot
but
that came out.
I'm gonna
on
be
the
real with
Switch.
you, dude. If you're over the age of
Holy
22,
shit.
your knees will explode playing that. You will gain arthritis by playing Ring Fit Adventure over time. It's fucked up.
Not the arthritis.
In your knees, like absolute death.
But this is also the one I'm feeling too. Come on now. Let's go, baby.
Are you talking
The
about the cut the
Dust
steak
Bloods.
game in Mario Party?
No. I'm talking about the Dusk Bloods.
Oh right, you're just
Sony-
jumping around, aren't you? 'Cause, like,
Yeah.
those two trailers are nowhere near each other.
Well, it's because I'm watching just the individual.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm not watching the direct. I keep looking at the individual trailers.
I had too much porn on in the background, so I'm just full screening this.
Yeah, no, I get it. I made sure to shut mine down this time.
For legal reasons, this was a joke.
Ha ha ha. Ha ha.
I didn't actually read the updated terms and conditions Twitch, so don't. I'm not a full VTuber, so don't ban me for no reason.
I love this. Like, at first, when I first saw this, I knew it was a From Software game, but I don't know why I thought it was like a From Software Castlevania.
I mean, it kind of has
And
that feel.
I really sat there. I was like, "There's no way." Like, did they really get?
Mini starter already already 20.
Konami.
Kaya,
Like, did they really
millennials
get
onward.
Konami?
We're born with
make a
bad knees.
Castlevania?
Just the way it is, unfortunately.
However, since we'd like as many
Actually,
people as possible
just looking at this game, just remembered I have to play the DLC for Lies of P when it.
limited time.
I bought Lies of P, and I'm going to play it probably. That's
Additionally,
the lie
such a
of
fun
P
game.
is the probability of me actually remembering to play it.
and different
Such a
segments
fun
of
game.
interest. For example,
I mean, you're
whether
probably not wrong.
Why?
Just fucking.
always required.
I got.
Oh no,
a
I
big
like
list
I.
of shit to do.
That was the first game I streamed. I had a great. For as much as it was rage-inducing, I fucking loved it though. And you got this like knockoff steampunk fucking Iron Man over here.
Oh, there's a PS5 exclusive I actually want to play. Fucking Stellar Blade.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You brought up Lies of P, and I'm like, there's another.
Went straight
There's
Stellar
another
Blade.
Korean developed game that I'm like kind of down for. Oh yeah, the Gooner Near.
Damn. Well, Nier's in Stellar Blade.
Now it is
Yeah, now.
because Yoko Taro is a man of culture.
I wonder what he's up to. I wonder if he's got any new projects under his belt.
I sure shit fucking hope so, but you know, knowing him, he might just be hanging out in the Square Enix offices, not doing anything,
I'm more than positive he's just hanging out.
getting paid for it.
And they're too afraid to tell him anything.
I
They're
mean,
like,
they're
doesn't
not,
he?
but
They're like, shouldn't he be working on something? All
there's
he does is
definitely
come
like
here.
a cabal of pro Yoko Taro people that work at Square Enix that are like hiding him in the break room and feeding him snacks.
I actually believe that. It's just goofy enough, but it's also on brand for him. So that actually checks out for me.
Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo Switch. The system's thickness remains the same.
It's crazy how that and like what is functionally
With
only
approximately double
an
the pixels
additionally
compared to Switch, you can
but
enjoy
like an
games
inch
in
wider,
detail
taller
on the
screen.
1080p
You can
screen.
have double the pixel rating.
Mm-hmm. That's in. Like, it's insane to hear that.
The screen supports up to 100.
That is like, it's.
So
you would
that's
think
actually the
this is-
biggest thing that I want. Here's the answer I want. How many fucking games are going to support 120 FPS? I want that to be a fucking Nintendo seal of approval stamp on the front of every physical fucking game that can do it.
Between light and dark areas of the images.
You know, like if I had to guess, I don't even think all of Nintendo's
I
first.
don't think any of them are going to. I think it's a very big claim that they're going to back out of.
Attached to the system.
Or they're gonna leave it to third-party developers to do
Pressing
it.
the release button on the back.
That would be the stupidest thing
Well,
in the world for Nintendo to leave their first party shit to not be the best looking shit on the console.
Yeah, I honestly, truly don't believe Nintendo's gonna be
Bigger for greater
not be
comfort and
they will choose not to do 120 for FPS. Maybe 60 for sure.
They
60.
have made a commitment.
But I don't know if they will. And if they do, I guarantee it's only going to be certain games.
Each Joy-Con 2 controller
I don't know.
can be used as a
I have a feeling maybe whatever the new Mario,
both the left and right
because there's got to have to be a standalone Mario game, and the new Legend of Zelda.
By adjusting the audio balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in
I can imagine that that's what they would set it to.
in handheld and tabletop modes.
'Cause I have a feeling within these games,
It has a
like how
built-in
you see in
microphone,
like
so you can voice chat with
on like
friends
PS5,
anytime via game chat.
when they turn on like the optimization modes, like do you want performance
So your voice
or do you
So
want
that was another point that I brought up in my lovely article that you all can read at cutestorybro.com. Link in Discord.
you fucking moron?
I did, motherfucker.
We're coming from all
No, in the chat so people can read it right now because
Oh, I guess I am your mod.
Duh.
Because I forgot to turn on the thing that reminds people they can join this shit.
Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you
Firstly,
like, allowing it to
with
stir
Beyond's
stand.
permission,
You can
if
do
y'all
three
want to
things
hang
like
out
this.
in this hellhole, the damn fine Cryptid
In
Crypt
addition to the USB-C
is a
port
place
mount on the bottom of the system,
of wonder.
there's one on top as well. It's handy
And
for
boop.
connecting a USB-C camera
Nope.
or
That's
tracking in
hilarious.
tabletop mode.
Boopy?
No, because I'm in streamer mode,
Comes with
it makes the link
256
unfunctional.
gigabytes internal storage, 8 times
Like,
that
I copy the
Oh,
link and
for-
it tells me hidden use copy button.
save data and more.
For the invite people?
Reading
Yeah,
related data
that's
is
fun.
also
Yeah.
faster.
Oh, yeah,
Hidden
that's
use
right.
copy button.
Use the Nintendo
Anyway,
Switch to dock,
I'm gonna just post the article link in the chat in case you want to go and read
Well, yeah, that's
through
what I
the
meant.
thing.
Post the article link and then
TV mode.
obviously, see, this is why you need to have like a Discord command. Don't you have a Discord command?
I did. We never finished setting it up.
The Nintendo
What do you
Switch
mean?
2
I
dock
thought we
has a
set it up
built-in
for you.
fan that keeps your
I
system
also
cool.
thought we did, but it
This helps keep
never
performance stable.
never kicked in. Anyway, here you guys go.
That's interesting.
On Nintendo Switch 2, you can
If you want to see my original thoughts on this before I became tired and then rehashed them all here. And I'm sure Tim will get a kick out of all the fucking traffic. Anyway, I did bring up the point that question as to whether or not the consoles will have a integrated hardware level prioritization of performance versus visuals, because there is the performance mode in PS5 and Xbox that will, before you even start a game, say, hey, do you want to prioritize frame rate or do you want to prioritize resolution? And if you're the kind of person who prioritizes resolution over a consistent 60 frames a second, who are you? Name yourself.
Who are you people?
Like, legitimately, I feel like that is an army of no one, because who the fuck?
Okay, everyone, join me inside the
Oh, I
game.
went off screen, so it was black for a second. There we go.
There are a lot of question mark icons here. Let's examine.
I still can't believe that's a paid tech demo though.
This sign reads, "Where are
I wonder
the
if it'll be
magnets?"
free for
The
The online service,
the
if you have the online.
If you have the online sub, it'll just be free if you buy, like, if you have a Switch 2 in the first month.
Would make sense.
Like, it'll be discounted to nothing. Because it's such a fucking tech demo. Like, it's an interactive fucking FAQ.
A magnetic circuit is formed between them, so they won't easily detach. Through examining signs like these, you
Hyrule
can discover all
Warriors.
sorts of
Fucking
secrets.
bizarre.
Of imprisonment.
I do appreciate that they've made the kickstand more than a single flimsy ass piece of plastic. That's it's still a flimsy ass piece of plastic, but it's at least the entire length of the system.
Yeah, it's a bit more sturdy.
It's more than the SD card slot cover.
The Nintendo GameCube. Oh, has to be hands down the best part.
Some of the
Well, no, the
secrets
new
are
games
the
are
unique
pretty good.
features of the system.
Because
Well,
I could just
yes,
go to
obviously.
Dolphin for everything on that screen.
There are plenty.
Yes, obviously, like having
Nintendo Switch 2
the Mario Kart World,
as a paid
the
digital
new
game
Donkey
on the same
Kong,
day
amazing.
as
But I mean, like
Switch 2.
being able to have it
So please check it out if you're
feel like is amazing.
That fucking thing is so bizarre that it's paid, like the welcome tour. It's called a welcome tour. You don't pay for a welcome tour.
This is the game card for Nintendo Switch 2.
I wonder
there
if
she
they're
is.
going to use the
Caliber
same.
2.
They're probably going to use the same system of dissuading children from eating their game cartridges by spraying it with that weird bitter spray.
You know what I'm, because obviously we just saw the GameCube's coming. Wind Waker's coming first. Are they going to port Twilight Princess? Or are they gonna bring
if
it?
they port Twilight Princess?
I shouldn't say port. I mean, are they gonna
Twilight
add
Princess?
it? Or are they gonna add it to the GameCube?
Twilight Princess HD edition, Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive that will get many people to purchase this console.
Oh, like if they make it like a full product,
Like a full HD remake.
like how the Wind Waker got the treatment.
Yep. Because Twilight Princess deserves the treatment.
Yeah, that one's actually one of the better Zeldas in the entire franchise.
Fuck, Skyward Sword got an HD port.
That's a fucking pile of dog shit.
It was a tech demo for the fucking Wii. What do you want?
This lineup here is just so beautiful to me. Like, we have Mario Sunshine, which again, great game. I always enjoy it. Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, hands down, will always be one of the top fucking Fire Emblems in that entire series.
I have actually had in-person fights about this, and I am right and win.
Gale of Darkness, good. I mean, it did improve upon Coliseum, but I always preferred Coliseum over Gale of Darkness. Super Mario Strikers,
Gale of Darkness is a vastly superior game.
Yeah, I know
From
that.
a gameplay perspective and a narrative perspective.
Gameplay perspective, yes. Like, it's hands down shits on fucking Coliseum.
You know what fucking Gale of Darkness brought that Coliseum could not?
That main character kills it for me, so it's already fucking lame now.
Do you mean Maror B, your ongoing disco rival? With his red and blonde fucking fro?
I mean, the actual protagonist in Gale of Darkness is a fucking huge downgrade compared to Wes and...
Well, yeah, because you went from a fucking white-haired edgelord Kingdom Hearts character to just a kid who doesn't have any spoken voice lines.
But, and then Super Mario Strikers, do you know how many hours me and my brother, my cousins and all that put into this goddamn game, kicking each other's asses?
I can guess.
I fucking loved this game growing up. Chibi Robo I personally never played. Have seen it played, but I have seen it. It's really fun.
The,
like from what I've seen.
3DS game.
Luigi's Mansion, obviously. Oh, goddamn, that shit fucking scrolls by so quick. Luigi's Mansion, it's Luigi's Mansion. Obviously, you can't. Like, it started it all for Luigi, and I've always been a Luigi. That game, love it. Absolutely one of my favorites. When that game dropped as a release for, like, a title release on the GameCube, you best believe I went up. And then, of course, Pokemon Coliseum. Like, I mean, it's just... These are two Pokemon games that I wish would get a proper remake. Like, those are games that they should be trying to make, rather than what we're getting.
I just have to say, there's something to be said about these face cam actors showing off the camera functionality. These are some bizarre people. The choices of facial expressions they're making
is it because they're not really good looking?
Avant-garde.
How's Zoolander would say? I need this controller.
A tech demo for ants?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing I forgot to say. The extra shit that they added to Jamboree, the stuff that uses the camera, reminds me a lot of the interactive mini games that you can play at Universal.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
There's one in particular where you're jumping and hitting a question mark block over and over again for coins and shit. That is just straight up the end game thing
at Universal,
at the Universal Park. And there's stuff
I
that
didn't play
uses
Banter, but I
the
want
camera
to.
silhouette as well. That just it feels like it's a 1-to-1.
You know, I'm shitting on that mouse feature. Watch me end up using it more than
Oh, you're
fucking
totally going
thing.
to. You're gonna be a huge fucking mark for it. You're gonna tell
If I
everybody to
fucking
use
become like
exclusively
if
the
I
mouse
become
feature.
a huge stan of that, I'm gonna be like, oh,
You're gonna exclusively be playing your FPS games on Switch 2 so that you can use the Joy-Con as a mouse, even though it predicates the fact that you need a desk, which means you're gonna be seated, which means you could just be at home.
Please look forward to a new
Yeah.
Mario Party experience where you can see
yeah. Let's
each
play the
other's
steak cutting
reactions
game.
while
That one's a favorable one.
Let's continue presenting some
I cannot
new
tell you how many
Nintendo Switch
arguments have
2
been
edition
started over that
games.
fucking game. Because it's bullshit. And it
Nintendo
lies.
Switch 2 editions of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the
It's
Kingdom
bullshit, Connor.
The objective of that game is to cut the steak perfectly in half, but they're not even shapes.
and also
Yeah.
support HDR.
So you have to find
which
what
makes
the
the
perfect,
image more
like
vibrant.
The
perfect
perfect cutting line is.
So you can play with
And
smoother,
I'll tell you, it's actually a lot.
graphics.
It's not easy conceptually, but people hit 50-50 a lot more
You can
often
get
than you would
even
think.
more out of your adventures in Hyrule using Zelda Notes.
Also, is it not bizarre that they're not only
This
not
new
killing
feature
the
can be
app
accessed
that
via
was
the
straight up
Nintendo
used
Switch
for
app on
3 other
smart
games,
devices.
but they're adding
It's a
new
game
functionality to it to games that are
exclusive to the
already
Switch 2
out,
editions of these
that have been
titles.
out for years,
For example,
Yeah.
it can help
That
you
I could
find
just look up a
various
guide
locations
on
like
the
shrines,
internet
like
for it. Yeah.
Hyrule Maps over here.
Yeah, that show you the locations. That let
And
you
it
pin the
gives you
location.
fucking the voice direction, which is the worst aspect of Google Maps. Like, why the fuck would you do that?
Or you can share your creations using QR
Like, I
codes
get
and
the
send them to
creation
another
sharing with
player
QR
to create
codes and
their
shit,
game.
but fucking why in the hell would you use the map feature on the fucking phone? Hit the start button.
True.
We hope these features will make your adventures
Boom,
even
boom,
more
boom, boom,
enjoyable.
boom.
In Kirby and the Forgotten Land, you'll be able to enjoy an additional.
I never
story
actually played Kirby and the
exclusive
Forgotten
to
Land, so I'm looking
Nintendo
forward
Switch
to
2
getting it
edition, along
and
with
having it be
improved
better the
graphics
first
and
time
frame
around.
rates.
What? Oh, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Yeah, I didn't play it either.
This story takes
It came
place
out
in
too late.
Forgotten Land after being struck by a powerful meteor.
What do you mean it came out too late?
I stopped playing my Switch over a year ago.
Oh, dude, that game's been out for more than a year.
I know. I think the last game I played was the Front Mission 2 port that sucked.
And a Nintendo Switch 2
Mm.
edition.
I didn't even play that.
It wasn't good.
Oof.
In addition to standard controls, you can use mouse controls for intuitive gameplay on
See, like, the
Sounds
way
like
this
this.
dude is using the fucking mouse function with the way the trigger is shaped is really
4K at 60 frames per
concerning.
second, or enjoy smoother action in full HD.
That's it. I'm gonna jump off if you're gonna stay
Oh
on.
man, I was about to do that exact same thing. Damn it, Beyond.
Based on your preferences.
It looks like I beat you to it,
Motherfucker.
buddy.
Making me do
What?
work.
Yeah, you need to.
Alright, well, I appreciate everybody here. Hey, y'all, if you liked this segment, we are thinking of making a bigger thing about it. We definitely have to plan certain things ahead of time. This is a little bit of a trial run, but
This was a trial run. I mean, we explained at the beginning for those here. Something that we plan to call like Of Two Minds. It's kind of like a podcast, just discussion segment that we want to do on random topics, whether it's anime, video games, whatever our interest is.
shit we have opinions about, mostly. You know, the foundation of any good podcast, until it isn't. But oh, you know what? I know exactly where you're sending you guys. My buddy Vision is online. He's playing some Monster Hunter Wilds. If you could stick around for the raid, I would appreciate that. But in the meantime,
But yeah, this is
if
where I'm
y'all
calling it a night, though. So I'm gonna say goodnight to the chat so I can
Yeah.
end the actual stream. Everyone take care. Good night, sweet dreams, and we'll see you Friday for the Monster Hunter Wilds update. Peace.
And if anybody here isn't already following, if you can do me a favor, hit that follow button. I really, really would appreciate it. We also have a YouTube, Discord link underneath the channel. I'm gonna send y'all over to Vision. He's cool. So head on over there. and we'll see about some stuff going forward. If you have any ideas for topics, hit us up. We'll talk about shit. But I appreciate
True.
y'all, and enjoy the raid.
Boo doo boo 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 doo. Mr. Connor Brewski hee hee. Mr. Connor.
Yo, what up?
Nothing.